Hi, and welcome to Coding with Jesse. I'm Jesse Skinner, and today I will be migrating my blog from Sapper to Svelte Kit. Pretty excited about it. So I've been running Svelte Kit for I guess since June or so on one project. So about was that 4 or 5 months. So I'm familiar with Svelte Kit, but I'm a freelancer, so most of my other client projects are still running Sapper. And I've been a bit hesitant to migrate them all over because Svelte Kit isn't the final version isn't out yet. But I feel like we're getting pretty close, and so I'm ready to give it a shot. So I'm gonna try it out with my blog today and see how far I can get in one stream in a few hours. So let's give it a shot. So I'm a little bit, even though I've used Svelte Kit, I've only started one project, right? So I'll still have to look up how to do certain stuff. So I haven't prepared for today. This is just me trying it for the first time. So this isn't a tutorial or anything. This is just me trying it out so you can watch and see where I get stuck, see what's easy, see what's hard. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to basically, my approach here is I'm going to start a new project, and then I will have kind of the Sapper version and the Svelte Kit version running side by side and copy stuff over until I can get it all working pretty much. So I'm going to make a new folder for this. I'm going to end up committing it all to the GitHub repo, the same one. But just like for the in-between time, I'm going to use two separate folders. So I think what I'll do is clone the repo into a second folder so that I'm still working within the repo. I'll just delete all the files, I guess, and we'll see how it goes. So I'll make sure I don't have too much change. I guess I do have some changes from last time, so let me probably commit those before. So I've been working on adding user authentication. I think it's safe for me to commit all this. Yeah, it should be. All right, I guess it's a work in progress. Add user authentication. Okay, I'll push that to GitHub, and then a vulnerability. That's fine. I'm gonna ignore that for now. And then I'll clone this into we'll call it codingwithjesse.com/sapper. And that's just so it's in a second folder. Hey, it's me. How's it going? And then I guess let's go into there and start it. So I've been using PNPM instead of NPM for a little while. It's pretty nice till it breaks. I guess I have to install stuff. What's nice about PNPM is it uses local. It just handles like node modules a little bit different. So everything is a symlink, and so it's probably like, I think Yarn might do similar stuff. So it's like another alternative to Yarn. All right, let's see if this works now. And you'll see it takes, I need to copy over my config. Let's do that now. It takes a little while to spin up a Sapper server. And that's why I'm excited to migrate to Svelte Kit. Svelte Kit is super fast. It's powered by Vite, V-I-T-E, and it's like so fast. So fast to start up. So fast to, when you save, it's like instant. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right, here's my Sapper blog. So what I'm going to do now is follow these steps. And I guess I'll do that into a new folder. And then, yeah, I'll do that. I'll start in a new folder. So let's, so I'm going to add to my VS Code. I'll add my new Sapper folder here. And then trust me. And then I will make, instead of calling it my app, I will call it, let's call it codingwithjesse.com dash Svelte Kit. Okay. And it's still beta software, but should be good. So I could either do the demo app or a skeleton project. I think I'll do a demo app just so it has more stuff. I'm not going to use TypeScript. I don't care about ESLint right now. I will use Prettier. And so I'm going to add this now to this folder. It's a new folder, so add folder to Workspace. So we'll have basically 3 folders in here. I don't really need all 3, but so I'll have Sapper here, and then we'll have Svelte Kit there. And so Svelte Kit, this is just the sample app right now, so we can look at that. So I need to do npm install. I need to install my dependencies, and then I can do def. And we'll start it up. It'll probably be on port 3. Ooh, it didn't like that. I thought it would just like automatically choose 3001, but I think what I'll do is stop the other one for now. Okay. So now this is going to be not at all my blog. This will be the demo app here. Okay. So now let's turn the demo app into my blog somehow. Hey Nate, how's it going? So where to begin? So a lot of the stuff is going to be probably the same. I know, like, let's start with the static folder. That should be easy. So I don't want any of the static stuff from Svelte Kit is close to ready for prime time, so I'm still holding off on migrating my client projects, but I feel like not that much is going to change anymore. So I'm gonna take the chance and migrate my blog. I would still wait a little bit longer for everything else, but then again, so I'm using Svelte Kit on a client project that isn't live yet, because I figure by the time it goes live, by the time I finish it, it'll be ready. So even though I started the project in June, I decided to go with Svelte Kit because I felt like it was worth the risk. And I've had to do a few migrations over the past few months, like a few functions were renamed, and like I think there was like 3 times where I upgraded Svelte Kit and the site broke, so it wasn't so bad. And it only took, I guess one time it took like 45 minutes to fix that, and the other times it took like 15 minutes to fix. It wasn't always obvious what it is, because it doesn't like hold your hand through, because it's like it's not official yet, right? So they don't really need to have a migration step between pre-release versions. So that's the risk. Once this is just straight up Svelte Kit v1, then it'll definitely be safe to do it. I suspect, so there's a Svelte conference coming up, and I'm betting, not totally sure, but I'm guessing that Svelte Kit version 1 will come out on the day of the conference. Just because of the timing of some other stuff, it seems like whenever there's a conference, something gets announced. Svelte Kit was announced at one of the conferences, and then the Svelte Kit became first available to try out at another conference. So I'm just gonna guess that this will be when they finally release it. So we'll see. All right. So I copied my static stuff over because super easy. I don't have to think about it. Yeah, I think so too, Rad Dad. It's definitely up in the air, and you know what? They're taking their time, like being careful to cover all the use cases and stuff. Like they don't want to have to like revise it too much. They don't want to have to change the API like after they release it. So I think it's a good idea, I think. I think they should. But and I have one like pull request with Svelte Kit that still hasn't been processed, where to handle like streaming responses in the body. So I know there's still like there's still a fair number of new features that need to be added before it's ready. But hopefully, I guess it all depends. You know, it's everybody. There's nobody doing it full time. Rich Harris has a full time job I think he's at the New York Times, and everyone else on the project, I assume, has day jobs or if they're doing it, it's all volunteer basis, right? So it's hard to like commit to a timeline when it's all volunteer based. I understand that. I'm still super excited about it. Okay, so let's try this out. So I guess let's start with like the routes. And I think I can copy them all over. I'm just going to copy them all over, and we'll just, because they should all sort of stay the same. They might kind of break, but we'll see how it goes. So I don't want the routes that come with it. So let's delete those and then paste in my old routes. So is this going to work? I don't think so. Let's just see what happens. It just crashes. It dies. So it didn't actually complain in the build. I'm going to try restarting the build process. It seems to be okay. Oh, here we go. Good. So can I read properties? So I'm going to do like error-driven development a little bit here. I'm going to just try stuff out and see what breaks. I think, so one thing that's different is all these functions used to be called preload, and I think they're now just called load, if I'm not mistaken. And that's where I need to double check the docs a little bit, because my memory is not like 100% perfect at how to do everything. Yeah, you respect their life choices. Yeah, it's true. It's true that it could be better if someone was full-time on it. I agree, but you know, what can you do? But then again, the trade-off is that it's not run by some huge company. So thanks for the follow, by the way, Rasp. It's not like React with Facebook. I don't know if that's a pro or a con, but if something's being run by a company, there's other politics and stuff. At least this is like, yeah, that's true. It's similar to Vue. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could see. So here's another benefit though, is that Rich Harris works on it as part of his job for an actual use case, which is for visualizations for like data in for the New York Times. So he gets to, it is in production. Like some of the stuff he works on is in production before it's ever released for me to use. So at least it does have that like, it's sort of like how React is being used in Facebook. Like at least it has some of that. It's not just someone working on it as a side project who isn't even using it in their work. At least it has that. All right, let's see here. No, I didn't. Rad Dad. I've seen Rich Harris, I think, showed like a clip of it in one of his recent videos. So I saw like a little bit of it, but I didn't actually use it there. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's neat. I really like Svelte for interactive stuff. It's so snappy and so easy to write. All right, so I need to, what am I looking for? Routing, I guess. So I need, want to double check. I think it's just called load. Let me just search for it. Yeah. So I think it's a little bit different. You get props as an object instead of before you could just return. So I think I have to do like props. Is that true? And the fetch mechanism, I think, is the same, but the parameters change. So you get, yeah, let's read the docs for it. You get a page, you get stuff, you get a session, I guess. Page fetch, oh, you get an object that has page fetch, session, and whatever you want. I see. I don't know what stuff is. Is it actually part of the specs? That's weird. What is stuff? Stuff is actually a thing. I have never heard of that. Stuff is passed from layout components to child layouts. This seems like it will be renamed one day, but I'm not sure. I'm not using it though, so I'm just curious. Layout components to child layouts. So if you return stuff, it'll be passed to the children. That's super interesting. Okay. I'm not. So what I have to do here, I have to change every time from these like arguments to destructure an object. And I'm not using page anyway, and I'm not using session either, so I don't actually need either of these. Okay. Does that let this run now? Let's see. Invalid URL. Okay, so more work to do. So I'm guessing homepage.json, I'm going to need to change all of these. So any files that is json.js, instead of, there's no more request and response objects, and there's no more next. So it's not express anymore. It's totally different. And so I need to return headers that contain, I think it's like, I need to check the specs for that. Headers. Yeah, it's like this. Okay. It's not an array, it's just an object. And then body is, I don't need to stringify, I can just pass an object and it'll automatically be turned into JSON. Actually, then I don't need the headers either. I think it'll add that header for me. The rest seems okay. Let's see, did that start working yet? No. So, okay, invalid URL. Let's try to like load that URL directly. Okay, so I need to add, yeah, that makes sense. I need to add my other dependencies. I think what I'll do, instead of doing one by one, I'm just gonna go into my old package.json and I'm gonna copy all the dependencies that aren't related to Sapper. So I think all the dev dependencies I'll leave off, probably, and then all the non-dev dependencies, not all of them, but many of them I'm going to keep. Let's actually just think about that for a second. So cookie, I don't need twice. Compression, I don't need. Express, I don't need. I think the rest I'll keep, and then I need to install those. So, oh, I'm missing a comma probably, or too many commas. There we go. All right, and now let's see if that fixes anything. I'll be so excited when I'll be so excited when I get the homepage just to work. So now I don't have this YouTube.json file. I'll just copy that over. So that's a file that I'm like, the way my build process works, I generate that file and then like cache it, and then I use it as a data source. And I forget where I put it. Or maybe I can't see it because it's like in git ignore, so it's hiding from this. That could be. Where is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be in source. So I'll just copy on the command line. Oh, you know, it won't be in the Sapper folder. It'll be in here. JSON, and I'll copy that to source. Right? Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So I need to start the server again. Okay. So now I'm missing my library code. So this used to be like with the Sapper app, it's an Express site. So this is where I'm going to have to do a lot of refactoring and reworking. All my code, my model code and stuff can't be Express anymore. A lot of it isn't, but a lot of it is. So this is where it's going to start hurting. Okay, so I'm going to copy app. I'm going to put it into, so I used to have it outside of source, and I don't remember why exactly, but I'm going to put it in source. I guess it could be in lib. Lib would make sense. I'm going to delete this other stuff from lib because that's from the demo. And so I'm going to, let's think about this quickly. Yeah, I'm going to just put these in lib instead of in app. So every time we see app, it'll be now lib. And so what does it actually need here? It's looking for app model posts. And so the database, yeah, okay. So it used to be app model posts. Now it's going to be $lib model posts. And we'll see how much I have to change to make it work. Line must be greater than or equal to 1 got minus 1. I don't know. I'm going to stop. I'm going to restart the server. Still got that error. So where's that coming from? Requires not defined. Oh, yes. So not only do I have to do that, I have to actually convert from require.js to ES modules. So that's exciting, but also annoying. So import blank from there. And then every time I do exports dot whatever, I'll do it differently. So export create. Hey, how's it going? This is going to be like, for me, it's probably the most fun, and to watch, it might be the least fun. I don't know. Do you enjoy watching refactoring? Is that exciting for you? Let me know. It's like soothing because it's so repetitive, but it's also boring because it's so repetitive. So I'm just gonna go one by one. Hopefully there's not too many. There's a fair number, but I guess I can exports dot. Let's see if I can do it with some script foo. And then if I take that name, I don't know how many of them are async, so this will probably break a bunch of them. Let's see, yeah, maybe I got most of them. Maybe it's okay. Oh, did I screw up something here? Yeah, so this would be there. No, here. Okay, I think that was it. So I edited all of them just by kind of search and replace style. And let's see. I probably didn't need to kill the server, but I felt like I needed to. Okay, this is progress, probably. I got a 404. Why? So I think this is right syntax. You export a get function. And then I don't know why it's 404 because I'm returning something. That's weird. Oh, here's the error. I should have looked at. It's hard to find the last error sometimes. Maybe I'll make my font size a bit smaller here. Let me know if that's too small to see anyone watching. Get recent articles is not a function, and it should be it's right there. So what do you mean it's not a function? It's clearly a function. Is it maybe... No, it's not. Export somewhere else. Oh, maybe this is now failing? Something? No, that should work. This part was already ES6. I didn't change this stuff. So why is it not a function? Do I just have to stop the server and restart it every time and hope it works now? Yeah. I don't know what this error actually means. Line must be greater than. It must be like, oh, requires not defined. Oh, in here. So I need to make this, I need to do the same thing here. That's fine. Import MySQL from MySQL 2. And then I think I can do this in one run. Boom. Very good. Did that fix it? Oh. No. Cannot read properties of undefined in get recent. So where's that? No matching. So it's saying get recent line 9. Cannot read properties of undefined from posts model. I think you have to do star as. Why don't I just import get recent? I don't think I need post model as a separate thing. Anywhere that I'm accessing post model, I'll just... Those the only one? No, this one too. Okay. I'm not sure why I would need to do it. I don't remember if there was a reason or not. All right. Oh, getting closer. Cannot read properties of undefined in query from get recent in post.js. Oh, probably the same kind of thing. I should be, I need to do like star as database. Instead of that, why don't I just import query? And then anywhere I do database dot query, I'll just do query. Is that better? Maybe. Maybe that's better. I'm getting the same error though. It's a different place. Get recent on line 69. Seems okay. I don't see the problem. It's returning a promise that's not undefined. It should be async because of that. Again, I don't know why I keep stopping and restarting the server. I just hope that fixes it. Obviously, it doesn't. Okay, so maybe in query. So on database 13. Then line 14. Maybe I'm not initializing the database. That makes sense. That would explain it. So where do I actually normally initialize the database? I did that in, yeah, this makes total sense. So the way it worked is I had like a server. Whoa. I had a server JS that set up some things. I think that's where, yeah, that's where database.init was. So I need to do some of this. Still need to do some of this, but in a different place. Actually, I think it's still called server. I'm not doing anything that complicated here. Let's see, I have in source, there's hooks.js. Is that where I need to do it? That might be it. So hooks is how you like do server side handling on a global basis inside Svelte Kit. So it could make sense to do it there, but I feel like there was a server.js, isn't there? No? Is it just hooks? Isn't there? I don't know why I thought there was also like a server.js in Svelte Kit. Okay, I'm gonna put in hooks. And maybe I'll move it, but I think this will work. So I need that. And this should be $lib model database. And I don't need port. And I don't actually need either of those right now. So let's just leave it at that. So what this will do is just like every time there's a request coming in, it'll initialize the database for that request. So I could do that somewhere else. We could do it right in database. Maybe that's nicer. Like, I think I had reasons I didn't want to do it in there before, but I could have the database. I guess because I had like testing, so I had like a different testing configuration. Maybe I'll do it. I'll do this underscore database. So it can be the one. It can be the place that configures the database. I don't know. Somewhere needs to do it. So let's do it here. Does that fix all my problems? No. .config is not there. It is now up a directory because this is in routes. This shouldn't be in routes though. This really shouldn't. It's like a convenience thing. So maybe I should do $lib/underscore database or $lib/database. Makes me actually wonder if I should just, this is just repeating. Oh no, I guess it has this extra. I don't know. It's kind of like a posts model. Well, I don't want to do too much at once, so I'll just kind of keep it the same. I'm going to put this into lib. We're going to rename it. Like sometimes when you're doing this kind of changes, you feel like, oh, this is the time I'm going to make it all better and start refactoring and stuff, but you can get like way too far into, you're changing too many different things at the same time, and then it gets really painful. Whew. So it went and opened up all these files that depend on this file. I don't know why, but I'll try to fix it here. I'm going to need to go through all these anyway. I just don't know why why it did it so badly. Didn't really know what I was doing. Okay, so what's neat in Svelte Kit is you get this $lib that points at inside source lib. And that's a nice convenience. I think I didn't have that in Sapper, so that's why I was doing this underscore. In Sapper, you could do underscore any file and it won't show up as a route. I'm not totally sure if that's still true in Svelte Kit. So I'm not going to rely on it. This should be up a directory config.js. And that should be there. I don't have to put the .js suffix. It's the standard, so I like to do it. So it still can't find config. Why not? Should be there, no? Didn't I put in source? Pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I copied it there, no? I guess not. Maybe I deleted it? I don't know what I did with it. Okay, let's copy it over again. So source config.js source. Oh, you know what? I did it, but I guess the source, like the original file, wasn't there. Maybe, or maybe I deleted it. I don't know. Should be there now. But I stopped the server. Okay. Getting that useless error, which means something else happened. Module is not defined. Module in my config.js. Okay. So my config.js is just a JavaScript file that exports stuff. I guess I have to do export default const. No, export default that. Is that how you do it? I guess I have to write this differently. Otherwise, I have to do star as config everywhere. I have to do one or the other. Let's do... I either have to export all these as separate things, or I can do... Let's just do it as a JSON, because then everywhere I import it, I have to do star as config. Or I can just import... No, this will be right. Yeah, because that'll be the default export. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay. I was overthinking it. And now? I love new errors. That means I'm making progress. Can I read properties of undefined? Reading init. So it's trying to initialize the database. It's not saying that config is undefined. It seems unlikely. But I'll log it. And we get, it's right there, so it's obviously working. Config.database should be there. So let's go into database.init. Oh, well, that's why. Database is undefined. So let's call it init. Okay. Are we getting there yet? Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's actually working. Does the homepage work now? No. No, it does not. But we got the data source endpoint working, so that's pretty encouraging. And so let's start with, I don't know why it says invalid URL. Should be a valid URL. I have to wait. Maybe that's why. No. I'm guessing it's the fetch inside load, yeah. So why? Oh, I need to import fetch. That's why. Works totally different. Okay. Oh, there we go. Got a home page. We're getting there. So I think we can just go like, now I'll click a blog post, it will be broken, and then I make it work. I can take that approach, or I can just go through and try to convert all the JSON.js, do all those at once kind of thing. I think that, or some combination, you know. I can do like as much as I can, and then I'll go through and test. That's probably a good idea too. So I don't need that. So that's a little simpler. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try to find the JSON.js files and fix them, because I'm gonna have to do it anyway, right? So return body. I have to think about this one. Why is it doing next? What would next achieve? If article is not null, I guess what I would want is that it's a 404, but that's handled automatically. So that should work. Okay. I like the new API for doing this, like just returning instead of the other stuff. I think that's pretty cool. All right, this is nice. What else? Any .js, basically. Ooh, this is RSS. So I do actually need this header. So to do headers, I need to have an object with key value. And then body will just be get RSS. Should be good. RSS.js. Yeah, I guess that works. That's just an alias. Okay, then in here we have some JSON. Everywhere that it's just content type application JSON, I'm just going to return that as the body, because Svelte Kit's gonna handle that, which is pretty nice. And I never need that next. I think I was just doing that so it's 404 or something. I don't actually remember. And I don't think I took those out of the last one, did I? I guess I did. You get in a groove and then you don't even remember doing half the stuff. Very similar, all these. They're just fetching lists of articles with different parameters. Based on category, based on page, based on the year. I think I might have gotten all of them now. That doesn't solve all my problems. So what I also need to do is anywhere there's preload. So how about I search for that? Preload, and then I only want to look in Svelte Kit. So anywhere it says preload, I'm going to change that to load. I'm going to change this to just have fetch in it, and then I'll use fetch. Then I need to return those as props every time. So in Sapper, you return the props, and in Svelte Kit, you return an object that contains props as a key. Okay, let's see what else here. So these are the biggest changes. The biggest changes are having the context module for preloading content into a route. That's different. And then the other biggest change is the that it's not running Express anymore. It's running, so you have to change all your JavaScript endpoints. There are probably other things that break. I'm going to stop this server now because it's just annoying, and we'll test it after. There's probably other changes. I think the underscore thing might not be great anymore. I don't know. I don't think it's... I have to check that. So what is one of my underscores in the root directory there? Underscore template, let's say. No, okay. I guess the underscore thing still is true. Underscore. All files will be treated as an entry point. So you can actually still have secret stuff in source lib. I don't actually know what this is talking about. Okay, where else does it say underscore? A file name. So underscore is still secret. Okay, so I don't need to worry about that. I wasn't sure. I think that may or may not have changed since the original version. Now I could do search and replace kind of, but it's better I don't. Because it's better I look and see what is needed by each one. And I have to change the props here anyway for each of them. Okay. Yeah. So I don't actually have that many. Which is good. Oops. I feel like I'm gonna forget one of these props. Probably not that. It seems like I'm remembering each of them. Okay. And this is the last one. Last preload. So this actually uses page and fetch and props. Okay. I want that on a new line. There we go. And now my site's done. That'd be cool. No. Oh, I stopped the server. Still getting this error. Okay. So in Svelte, it's trying to read properties of undefined. Trying to access title of something. So let's find. I'm gonna close all now because I have a lot open. So let's kind of start fresh here. Svelte. This is one of the ones I forgot. Actually, why didn't this show up in my search? Or am I in the wrong folder? No, that's the right folder. I guess it's just one I didn't change. Okay. Fortunately, I'm not using sessions on my blog, so that was never a problem. If you're using like a lot of heavy Express stuff, it's definitely going to be a little more complicated. And this one too. You could imagine that it might be possible to write a program that automatically converts Sapper to Svelte Kit, but I'm not totally sure if that's true. It could be a mess. I always like that on the new line. There. And last one. All right. And props. Good. And I didn't rename it. Okay. And now? Failure. Token R in JSON. That means one of my endpoints is not working. So I think what you can do is put .json here, and now we see your rec is not defined. So I must have missed. Oh yeah. So everywhere I have rec dot. So let's see Let's see where that might be. That's my admin. I'm not too worried about my admin. So I have like, yeah, an admin area where I can add new posts and stuff, but I only run that locally. So that is important, but I might not get to that today. We'll see. So the way params works, I think you can access params like that. I think so. Let's see. Let's test it on the slug one here. Yeah. Okay. So we're getting close, actually. A little cleaner. Category. So all of these have gotten shorter with this update, which is nice. Oops. Boom. Looking pretty good. So what if I do a search? Does my search function work? Yeah. Search is working. So what else? What else do I need to test? I might actually be done. Isn't that crazy? I need to test. What are all the features? See all videos, that's a thing. Oh no, that just goes to YouTube. I have like all articles though, all posts. That works. And then I have a bunch of links to like ask different types of pages on my site, which is useful for testing. Okay, so my category one needs to be fixed. I did fix it, but category.svelte page params. Oh, is that different? Oh no. Oh, I need to wait here. I don't totally know if I was before. Okay, so categories are working now. I actually want to try that on my live site. Thunderblog, I think. Yeah, it was working. Okay. So let's try a month. Broken. Great. And why? This dot fetch. That's why we're testing. Yeah, that works now. Let's try the RSS feed. So the reason I have all these links here is so that, well, it says right here. So the static site generation crawler will know about them, because the way it works, it looks for links. It like crawls the site. So I have this page that just has a bunch of links to things that aren't otherwise linked to. This seems okay. I don't know. I don't know if... Oh, this definitely doesn't seem okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. So is that broken? If I click it again, will it be broken again? Yes. So I think that's... I don't know exactly how to solve that one. So it's not that important. Like, people won't generally like click to the feed. What happens in the live site? Same. It's actually... Oh no, this is not live. Where's my live one? No, it works there. So when I click it, when I'm here, so I'll clear this. What happens when I click it? it gets a 500 error on feed.json. Why? I guess because feed.json is broken. Oh yeah, so it is. Feed.json. I don't understand why. Oh, do I even have? What is feed.json? Do I have that? I don't think so. I have feed.js. Where is it even getting this from? Oh, it thinks it's a slug. And so it thinks it's trying to render a blog post. Why is it trying to load feed.json? Oh, because the client-side rendering thinks, so it's linking to it, and then it's not working. So there's something off there. You should be able to do, it might be a bug in Svelte Kit. Because if you access this directly, it knows what to do. And then otherwise, it's not actually clever enough. It seems to be thinking that it's going to be a slug. So I guess the solution would be to put it somewhere else, but again, people aren't really going to be clicking it, and this will be a static generated site, really, so I'm going to leave the bug in there for now. Should be okay. Where are we at? I think we might be done. It's only been an hour, so that's pretty good. Yeah. Migrate your blog from Sapper to Svelte Kit in only 1 hour. Maybe. Probably it'll take longer for my other projects. This is the simplest site I have. What else do I have? Let's check my newsletter thing in here. Oh, I just linked to there. I thought I have a link on here though, isn't it? Newsletter. Oh, there it is. Okay. So that should work too. I think I might be done. So what I need to do is actually generate. Well, actually, this error shouldn't happen. Let's take care of that. So if you are in Slug and it was unable to find the article, well, it already handles that. So what happens if you go to like something not there? Same error, right? Yeah, it shouldn't error. It should give a 404. So, can I do this? Or I know there's some way to do a 404 in the preload stuff. So returning nothing. I thought that's what I'm doing here. Like if I go to the JSON of that, it should be a 404 now. Oh, that's where it's actually breaking. Oh, it's in my, I know where it is. It's before, so it would be working, but it's failing in this function. Get article. So it's unable to get post. And then what it should do is like if post. Something like that. Now it's just returning, I don't know what. So I should say like if article, right? Well, now I'm getting a 500 error. from load. I don't actually know why. I think this should just do. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Let's console log article. Clear that. Refresh. Undefined. So it should have returned nothing. And that should show up as a 404, I thought. But maybe. So what if I return? Let's just test it. Hey, or hi. That'll be high. So this should be doing something different, but you know what? It's probably in my hooks. So I have the hooks. I copied the hooks over from the demo, and the demo probably is assuming a bunch of stuff. So I think I can actually comment out this handle, this whole thing. I'm just going to comment out the hooks because I'm not using them. And I may need to restart the server now. It's still failing though. So now it's in the Svelte Kit middleware. This isn't really telling me anything. It should, like, I should be able to return nothing and have that be a 404. Usually, that's my experience, is that's how it works. So I'm just going to try other stuff now. Expect an object got string. Okay. What if I return that? Then I get that. What if I return, like, body undefined? So this may be a bug. I'm not totally sure. I don't want to throw Svelte Kit under the bus every time I can't get something working, but it sort of seems like it could be a bug. So how about we make a hook and then we'll see what's actually happening and then I can like fix it. Because that's what hooks are for. Like I could actually potentially fix the situation. Hello from handle. And we'll see what the request looks like. Oh, now it works. Okay, so if I just have like an empty, well, now it's always breaking. So what I'm supposed to do is call this, like what the most basic handle should do is get a response by calling resolve on request and then returning the response. So let's actually do that. Let's still do that. We'll get a response. Now I'm getting that error, but you know what? Now I can actually figure out why. So the response has all that stuff in it. What about the request? So I'm curious about is like, can I intervene? Okay, the body's null. This is on the service worker. Body's null. And that is on the request. The request body's null. That just means I'm not uploading anything, basically. It's get. So this is still that, but then it's almost too late. Like as soon as I call the response, now I'm getting I almost wonder if it's going to another error. Am I getting an error from like a different thing? Is it jumping into one of these other match all things? Is that why? Like where is that error actually coming from? It's in the hand. Oh, that's a 404. Okay, so it's in. So it's in there. It says it's in slug svelte load. Oh, slug svelte. So it's still coming out of here. So I think that's the oh, you know what? And that capital N, that's the capital N of not found. So, weirdly, what's happening is the .json is a not found. So then it's trying this whole string with the .json as the slug of svelte. Like it's trying it in here. Does that make sense? So it's actually loading. So this is really ugly, but I could do like if it ends in .json, page.params.slug, we're just gonna return nothing. Oof. Yeah, at least then I get a 404. This is not great, but that's what happened. Oh, that was a tricky one to figure out. So it wasn't a Svelte Kit bug. It was just unexpected behavior because it's like it passes through, right? Like it didn't match in here. So I need to be a bit more explicit. How do you explicitly do a 404? Can I? So that it doesn't keep going. I don't want it to keep going. I guess I can return status 404, I think. I think that's how it works. Where was I? So now, no. Is there status? Yeah. Excuse me. I think even if I do that, it's still going to pass on to the next thing. Unfortunately. So I don't know if that's actually a solution. What I could do is put it somewhere else so that it's like more explicit. Like I could make a data folder and put it in there. And then have this slug load from there. And then this would load from in there. And it would... Now it's still doing the same thing. Oh, does this end up becoming... So maybe if I move data out of blog altogether into roots, I can call it API. I'm just trying this out. Okay, so I'm gonna make a new folder called slug. And then or I can call it post or article. And then, yeah, let's try that. So then it would be like, now I get a 404 on that, which is what I expect. And then in here, it's not going to do that cascade of thinking it's not going to do that 404 cascade, so I don't need this anymore. So then if I try to load a blog article with some nonsense name, okay, I get a different error. But it's not doing the cascade at least. So how do it's not able to do the JSON. So I need to, how do you handle like a 404 there? I guess I can check if res.status equals 200. I think that's how you would do it. It's ugly though. Yeah, now I get a 404 where I want there to be one. Okay. Yeah, I guess I probably still had that problem in Sapper. I just never noticed it before. And so in my hooks file, I really don't need the hooks. I'm gonna delete the hooks file for now. That might be aggressive. I probably do need it. I'll want it later. So I'm gonna leave it in just for my reference. But I'm gonna comment out the function so it's not gonna do anything. It won't hurt being there. Okay, so what I want to do now is attempt to generate the static contents of my blog. Because how it works, I run it as a server locally, but then I generate all the content to like just HTML files, and then I upload them. So I'm going to try it. I've never used Svelte Kit as a static site generator yet. Let's fix this up. I don't know, did I have a version number before? 1, so I guess let's call it 2. Sure. And let's actually copy that stuff too. And that, and this. Because this will become my package JSON. So most of these scripts I'm going to keep, but I have some I've added too. So let's see. I'll take out all the Sapper ones. Build. Export. So I need to run this before, and export's not a thing anymore. I guess it's in, we'll call it build. Start. Don't need setup. I guess I'll keep that. I think it just creates the database. I don't remember exactly. Tests. I could try testing. Storybook. I don't use Storybook. Okay, let's see what happens if I do npm test. Okay, let's install Mocha. I probably try it too. I just know it. Those would be dev dependencies normally. I don't have any test files. Oh, I didn't copy them over. I'm nervous to do that. I don't know if it's necessary. I wasn't really. So this is all the tests I had before. I really don't think. I'm not gonna copy this over. It's not worth my effort right now. Maybe someday. I think right now what I'll just do is take out the testing. And then if I add it back in, I'll do it differently later. Okay. So I'll take out that. And so now to do a static build, I need to have, I think I need to install a static adapter, if I'm not mistaken. Adapter static. So I need to install adapter static. So what it'll look like is like this, but static. Here. And then I have to add this. Okay, so I'll follow those instructions. Good. And then I'll just copy this whole thing for svelte.config.js and paste it in. And seems good. Now I'm going to try running pnpm build. Let's see what happens. Oops. Okay. So my YouTube script is missing. I need to copy that over. It should work as is because it doesn't, even though it's common.js, it's not part of the system really. It's just something that runs beside it, so I can paste it in here. Should be okay. No. Oh yeah, so I do need to convert it. That's fine. I'm going to import. Then from, oh, this would be const. And then I think it doesn't export anything, so it should be okay. Let's try it. Ooh, what is it logging? Why is it logging anything? Why? What is happening? Axios is going crazy. I don't know why. Is it, let's just do the npm run YouTube. Or let's npm YouTube. Is that what's logging like crazy? Yeah. Why? So it should be getting, oh, the .env file. I'm gonna copy that over. I think it's .env. So that's a secret. You won't see it, but let's try this. Does it work now? Dir name is not defined. Is that really not defined anymore? In modules, I guess. Dir name from, okay. In 2021, let's use that. It's weird that it uses URL, I would say. This is in the browser. Import meta.url. This is actually the answer. Okay. Let me look at import meta. I guess that's how you would do it. Sure. Okay. So I'm trying to just make dir name. I don't need file name. And I don't need URL to import. I think it's global in Node, if I'm not mistaken. So does this work now? Yeah. Great. So I should be able to build now. All right, let's see. Got some warnings. Should be okay. Got an error. Favicon doesn't exist. That's true. Oh, you know what? My app.html needs to be updated. So that is, it's probably not that different, but I'm going to take this template.html. I'm going to paste it into app.html. Oh, the CSS too. Okay. And then I've got some Google Analytics stuff in there. So I'm just going to, everywhere that's the Sapper, Sapper.base, I'm going to put in Svelte.head, which I guess does all that stuff. And then Svelte.body. Instead of this, a little simpler. And then I should copy over whatever base CSS I have. Probably something else is going to break. I just don't know what it'll be. No, you know what? It's pulling the CSS from static. So what is actually in this app.css? I don't think I need any of it. I don't think so. Okay, let's just run it like that. See if it builds. So far the same. Error. Okay. So the admin is failing. That's true. Yeah, I kind of know that. I don't want to build the admin for this adapter static, so maybe I can, maybe it works different. So maybe I can specify like what to ignore. Or I don't know. I don't know how it knew to go into the /admin. All right. Seems like it worked. I don't know why the stream cut out there, but seems pretty good. So I should be able to run pm preview, and it should spin up a server with my static files. It seems pretty good so far. Yeah, seems to work. So I think I can push it live. I'm actually not sure. So let's see what it did. It made a build folder. So I should be able to, can I run HTTP server? npx HTTP server. So this should spin up a server as well with just the static. So it's a way for me to like test it out, not depending on this. So in 8080, yeah, it looks like it's working. Let's see. So this is just the static files now. Yeah. Seems pretty good. Even the search. Wow. Great. You know, I have a static search. Isn't that interesting? How it works is it fetches, it accesses a JSON that has every article. Like 211 articles I have. And it doesn't have oh, it actually does have the whole body. So it downloads the entire contents of the blog, every article. So how big is this file? It's only 605 kilobytes. So it's like it does client-side search, but it works. So, yeah, Svelte. Works pretty good. All right, I think I can. So I have a bit more time. I can try to get the admin part working then. But I feel like committing where I'm at right now, but maybe I should do the admin stuff too before I commit. Because technically, it is still broken until I get that working. All right, so I'm going to spin up the dev server again. And we're going to try accessing admin, and it probably won't work. I'm guessing it won't work. Not this one, this one. Yeah. So the admin is written as, it still is Svelte Kit and everything. Not Svelte Kit, but like I did convert it. But it depends on this API that doesn't exist. That's really what it comes down to. So I need to migrate the API into here. So right now it's I guess it's in lib controller admin. So this is what I need to migrate over. Now it has some reference to cookies and stuff that's not actually being used yet. That's just stuff I was experimenting with. So the main thing it needs is basically handle request, add and edit, and then post. So post is where it downloads the list of posts. Okay, so I'm going to set these up. So post.json will be this. So I actually have this. Oh, this is like the admin version of it. So it gets hidden posts like drafts. So get all, I think that's what true references. So I'm going to import get all from lib model posts, I think. Doesn't know how to find that. Get all. Include hidden. Yeah, so it gets like a little bit more than the front end gets. And so you know what, I can just do this in a one-liner. Should be async. So now I should be able to do admin API post.json. It doesn't work. Why? Why? Oh, I think I'm already using this for the rest of the site, so I don't actually understand why. Model posts query. Oh, because was I doing it in hooks and I commented out hooks? Yes, no. Or was I doing? I already forget. Or I did the config stuff. I think I did in hooks. Did I take that out? Or did I move it somewhere? I must have taken it out. And just forgot. Okay, I'm just gonna undo in here until it reappears. Yeah, there it is. But what I took it out. Why? Did I put it somewhere else? It's only been an hour, I already forget. Oh, I did it. Yeah, I remember now. I put in this database. But now I'm not importing that database, so that's why it's not there. So actually hooks would be a better place for that, I guess. Just so it's like always happening. So yeah, I'm gonna take that out and put it in hooks. So anything you need like globally to happen on every request, hooks is kind of where you would want to have it. Oops, lost my clipboard. Okay. This should be .config. I could also just do it in the database file. But you know what? No, I'll leave it in hooks for now. Okay, so this is working now. And then I need to modify this so that it uses .json here. And what else do I need? Anywhere that it's gonna. So basically all the other places in the controller. So I'll delete as I go. Use it as like a checklist. I'm not gonna worry about the admin stuff for now. Categories. So let's do post add. Or I could just have it be like a post request on posts. And then with an ID. So these can all go in that same thing. And then the rest of the stuff, I'm just gonna delete all of it, I guess. The categories I need to do too. So what I'll do here, I'll export a post function. It'll have a body. And then it'll have potentially, what I'll do is have like a question mark ID. Or I can have it on the body. So if there's an ID in the body, then it'll update, otherwise it'll create. So if there's an ID, we're going to, we also might be deleting. So this is actually doing a lot of stuff. So if body submit equals delete, then we're going to remove. Otherwise, we're going to update. I'm going to import those directly. Probably need to wait. And then otherwise, we are adding. So let's just add body. And then we're going to return, we'll just return OK in all these cases. That's what I like to do in APIs that don't return anything. They'll just return a string that says OK. Actually, no, in all these cases, I want to, that's what that handle thing was doing. So on there. It's supposed to redirect to admin in all those cases. So let's do that. So instead of this, we will do a redirect. I think you just do like headers. There might be a shortcut for this. I don't recall. 303. I don't recall how to do a redirect 100%. I feel like there might be a shortcut. No, you just do this. Okay, I'm doing it right. Okay, and then I guess I need categories. And it's going to do this from categories. I don't know if, yeah, I guess it's there. I'll probably have to update it. And I actually don't have a way to add new categories, I don't think. All right, we're gonna import get categories from lib model categories.js. And this needs to be updated, so import database from database, and then export get categories. And actually import query. Good. Theme is all right. So I need to update the edit form. So it uses .json. Then I need to update the action on this. So now it's actually gonna the action is gonna be /admin/API/post.json. Good, and the rest should be the same, I think, because this, oh no, here, .json. Let's just ignore those warnings, because I'm the only user. And yeah, it might be working now, let's see. Not here. So if I go to the admin, I get my admin. If I edit a post, I'm nervous. Oh, we got an error there with the categories. Let's check on that. So if I hit the API directly, oh, it's not async. That's fine. I actually wonder, what if I don't? What if I return a promise? Does that work? No. No. Okay. So now if I'm editing, it still fails. Why? Why? So wherever it's looping over the categories, or not actually where it's fetching the categories, it fails. Seems like that would work. Let's check the network call. Oh, is the path wrong? Yeah, it should be /API. Okay. Good. I'm gonna try adding a new post. And then let's try the markdown, just make sure that part's working. Humor. Okay. I don't know what actually happened there. I think what happened is I didn't set the action correctly. So it should be admin API post.json. Okay, let's try that again. Test. Internet. Sure. Add is not defined. Okay, I need to import all that stuff. That's true. I didn't import any of it. So add, update, remove. Now I have a database error. So maybe I don't know. Oh, maybe the ID. So I have to like strip it out. Oh, I didn't pass the ID. Actually, so I'm adding. There shouldn't be an ID. It won't be that. So it should be doing add, and then should be hitting model posts. I don't get it. I don't get what's failing. It's not really showing me what the query is. So something's wrong with this query. It seems fine. I guess it depends what params is. Maybe params isn't working. So let's log that out. Oh yes. So I've had to fix this before. So it's not really, body's weird that way. And I forget the circumstances for it. I'll look it up on here. One sec. So in the one project I worked on, I solved this. I think it's just that body works differently than I expected it to. So I added a hook to fix it. Yeah, so what you have to do is so like you can access parts of body, but somehow it's not a regular object. It is a form data, and a form. So what you'd have to do is like object.from entries. This is how I solved it. Body.entries. And the reason is it's when you have like a form submit normally, then it's a form data. So what I actually did, what it looks like is this. Otherwise, just body. So it's only in some cases, and this is one of those cases. So again, I'm not sure if it's here. Let's just do that. This should fix it. Yeah, it did. Okay, so now I can edit and save, and it added a new one. Yeah, because I'm not putting. So what I have to do is when you're editing, then I need to put a hidden input with the ID. Okay, so let's edit this 2. I'll change it to a 3. And that worked. So now I should be able to delete both of them. Database is not defined. Why? In remove. Yeah, that's true. Oh, because it was split. Do I have database anywhere else in here? No. Okay. So that did delete it, and this will delete it too. And yeah, it's working pretty good. So now I can delete this controller folder altogether. I don't have any controllers. And what I really should do is just, I really don't need this model folder, but I'll leave it there for now. There's some refactoring I can still do. I don't feel like I need 2 database functions. This should be like called something else, but I'll leave it there for now. Well, what actually references the database? All these different stuff. I'll just leave it for now. It's fine. Wow. So what was that? 2 hours? 2 hours. I migrated the whole site. Not too bad. I'm feeling good about doing it with my other projects now. I will probably do it soon. I don't know how soon, but okay. So what I'm gonna do now is, let's see. I'm gonna make sure I copy over my git ignore, and then I don't have a repository here. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is carefully delete everything in my other folder. So I don't need Sapper for sure. I don't need that folder at all. Storybook, I don't need either. So an app, that was this stuff. I copied all that over. Delete. Node modules, we'll just delete. Then I had some node module weirdness in here, but I don't need any of that anymore. Service worker. This is all like internal kind of stuff. Right? Yeah, this is not my stuff. This is Sapper stuff. So I'm going to delete this node modules folder. The routes I copied all over. They should be okay. The client JS, I didn't do this, but I don't think we need this anymore. Config example, I should copy over. But what I'll do is copy my new config. I'll rename it to copy config.example. Okay. Because it's changed, right? Then server, I don't need any of that anymore. Service workers empty. Template, I've copied over. The YouTube stuff I did. Static I did. The test I'm just going to lose. Babel RC I don't need anymore, I don't think. That's still from React days. I don't know why it's in there. So I'll delete all this. The .env I've copied over. And I'll leave the license. I'll delete the package lock. npm lock. Rollup config I don't think I need anymore. Then the webpack config I definitely don't need anymore. Let's delete all those. And what's left? I have a to-do. I'll leave the to-do in there. Did I actually have something about Svelte Kit in here? No. It wasn't even on my radar. The README is pretty much empty. My push script, I think I'll just leave it there. It's ignored anyway. And then the package.json, we're going to get the new one. I should have these copied over to it too. Okay. And yeah, I think we're good. So now I'm going to copy everything over from here. Everything. Into here. And I guess like build should be ignored. Ooh, it's taking a while. And then I'm going to try running in there, and then if all goes well, I'll commit it. Here we go. Okay. Build is ignored already. I'll take out Storybook from here. I'll take the Sapper. I don't need. I don't even remember what this is from. Should be good. Okay. So back to my original folder, npm install. Thanks for the follow, Banzai. I missed it a few minutes ago. Okay. npm dev failed. Oof, did I need the rollup config? Oh. Wait, why does it why is it running that? Oh, it made a copy. Ooh, I didn't know it would do that. Okay, so I should delete the original and rename this one. And I'll keep the original in that case. And what else did it do that to? Nothing? I didn't have any folders, I don't think, so let's try now. Oh, that means I need to do a new install. Because it was the old package JSON. Okay, let's see how it goes. And then we'll run it. Run the dev server. Looking promising, there's no errors. Can we hit the admin right away? Yeah. If I go to the home page, we're good. Oh, you know what I need to solve still? When I build, it's going to want to build the admin, and I don't want it to build the admin. So how do I have it not build the admin? It might actually successfully build the admin. That's the weird thing. Yeah, it does. But that's not what I want. Like, I don't want admin to be in here. Because I don't want, like, some of these might be posts that are drafts and stuff. So I just don't want the admin. I guess what I could do is, like, in my build process, delete that folder. That's like the cheap workaround if I can't figure out a better thing. So let's try to figure out a better thing. Directory to write to, fallback. GitHub pages. I don't see any way to do it. Does Google know? Svelte Kit, ignore adapter static. I don't know if ignore is the right word. Maybe this. No. There might just not be a way. It's very possible. Or skip. You know what? There's probably not really a way. So what I could do is just like, it's ugly, but what I'll do is say build, it builds it, and then delete build / admin. That's my cheap workaround. And actually, let's delete the build folder altogether before we build so that whatever's in there gets cleared out. That's an issue. I don't know if it's like officially an issue, but it's a problem I ran into that when you build, static stuff will stay static. Like it'll stay in there. You have to manually delete it out. At least that was a problem I ran into a few months ago. And it tripped me up because like it thought it auto detected that something could be static, but then like later that changed and It really tripped me up. Wow. Just read my emails. Okay, so I think we're good to commit it. Ship it. I don't know what it hangs on in this point. I guess it's creating files or something. I don't see any like big warnings. I'm not worried about the accessibility of my admin because I'm the only one using it, right? So I'll just wait for that to finish, and then yeah, I'll commit it. So a lot of changes. What does it look like when I add everything? A lot of, so it detects that something's moved. I like that. Things are renames. A lot of stuff deleted. Oh, I need to add .Svelte Kit to the git ignore. Let's reset and then add everything. Okay. Deleted Babel RC. Deleted some other stuff. Deleted storybook. New file jsconfig.json. What is that? Oh, okay. That's where this $lib gets configured. Interesting. Okay. Maybe that's where I could like hide. No, I guess that's a module thing. I don't know. What is jsconfig? Is that from Vite? Is it .json? Yeah. Oops. It's a Visual Studio thing. Oh, to help so it knows where to find everything. Okay. So it's VS Code, but Svelte Kit put it there, I guess. License. This is all fine. Okay, so let's look through here more. So rename some. Thanks, service worker got renamed to app CSS. I don't actually think I need app CSS. I'm gonna delete it. I'll double check the build, make sure I don't need it. This is all correct, I think. Yeah, it all looks fine from here. Deleted my test, deleted Webpack config. I wasn't using Webpack. I was using Rollup anyway. I just hadn't deleted the Webpack config. So let's just quickly try pnpm build. Make sure it can still build. Actually, probably more interesting is, let's see if it can do the dev without the app.css. Yeah, it doesn't care. Great. And yeah, so I'm gonna add and commit new migrate from Sapper to Svelte Kit. Boom. So you can access this on GitHub if you want to check out the code. So that's at my GitHub, jesseskinner/codingwithjesse.com. If you want to see what I did, you can see the commit and see everything I changed. I think I'm going to wrap up then, unless anyone has any questions or stuff they want to talk about before I sign off. Yeah, that went pretty well. So 2 hours it took. I wasn't sure if I'd get it done today at all. I thought it might take me 3 hours or more. And I didn't think I'd get to the admin stuff at all. So it was pretty cool. I got all that done. I don't feel like I'd want to do it again today. Like I wouldn't want to go migrate my clients today. I'm kind of tired from doing it. probably put it off for a little while, but pretty good though. I think it went pretty well. No major surprises. Biggest thing was doing the JavaScript endpoints, migrating them, handling the like the preload fetching stuff, renaming all that. But that's pretty much it. Pretty much just those two things. So yeah, pretty happy with it. All right, so I think I'm gonna sign off then, and I should be back on next Wednesday. Oh yeah, it's me. Where am I keeping my article images? I just put them into the static folder, so they're part of the repo. They're just in here. I don't have actually that many, so it kind of works. These are older ones. Because like my blog started off as just like a PHP site. So I would just like I have like some demo folders from some of my old blog posts. And so I would just like occasionally put them in there. Yeah, it's just like one folder. I really don't have that many. Like as you can see, it's just like a few. It's these ones from my recent post. I screenshotted a tweet. I screenshotted a different tweet. And then this is actually just that background. And this is from like a game I have. My logo, my avatar, and the logo at the header. That's it. I don't even know what these old ones are. These are from some old posts. Oh my god, so this is pretty good. This is my blog. This is how it looked like in 2006. So it's come a little way. There's me in 2006. Was that 15 years ago now? Yeah, it's pretty standard blog design. I should go back to that, don't you think? I guess my blog now is pretty much what all the modern blogs look like, more or less. This blue. So I just designed like a blog. This is my design. And then I just like picked a blue, and this blue from this design here is what is the basis of everything I've done since. So I sampled that like way later. I came up with this. That blue in the background is from that original design. That's where that blue comes from. And I just like kept that as my brand or whatever. That's what that's from. Ooh, fancy shine effect. So I just have very, very few images in my blog post. That's my solution. My blog. Yes. Then I have my talks. I don't actually remember. Did I give a talk? Is this a talk? Oh, that's what I used to call it. Or something. Weird. Oh, no, I remember. I did give a second talk in 2013. I forgot about that one. Anyway. That's it for this week. Thanks for joining Utsby and everyone else who watched. I'll be back on Wednesday. So let me just make sure I've pushed this up. I think it's pushed. It looks like it. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next week.